How's it going, everybody? TC here once again with another script. Sorry about not posting any videos there for about a week, but I was under probation. Made a little mistake. Uh, totally my fault, but it was a dumb mistake. Anyway, I got this recently, probably about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago in the mail. This is Star Trek IV, The Trial of James T. Kirk. Story treatment by John L. Flynn. From what I gathered, I'm not sure about this, but it seems to be John L. Flynn was a writer, and some of the things on the internet said this was a fan made script. Uh, I don't know. I guess unless John Flynn was a fan, but this was second revision 1984. This is supposed to be. It's basically a treatment. It's an outline for the fourth movie called The Trials of James T. Kirk. Let me get the brads out of this and we'll check it out. Okay, got the brads out. Uh, from the looks of these, I'd say these are definitely from the 80s, early 80s. So I know it's not a recent deal. Uh, this, of course, as you can see, to Bob, Galactic Greetings, George Takei. Sulu. That's one reason, the only reason, basically, that I got this script. This might be a little difficult for y'all to see, because the font in this is fairly unusual. I'll get as close as I can without cutting too much off here. Maybe you'll be able to see it. It's going to be hard. Now, what this says is a copy number 42 of 500. I'm not sure if Flynn did this himself or somebody else did it, but anyway, it says this is a copy. This is number 42 of 500. Apparently, Bob, who this was written, George signed it to, had gotten the script somewhere and then took it to wherever he met George and had him sign it. Now, this is only like 30-something pages long, which is normal for a half-hour TV show, but we'll check it out. Here it says 1982, 84. I skimmed through it a little bit. The only thing I can see that was... this wasn't, of course, used for the movie, because it was about going and getting the whales and coming back. But the beginning, most of this script is what you would have seen, is what you saw in the beginning of the movie, the Star Trek Voyage Home, where they had a little bit of a mock trial. Well, not a trial, but a penalty of Captain Kirk and the Klingons griping about it and everything. That's basically what this whole deal is. That first, I don't know, 10 minutes of the actual movie. Supposedly, I read somewhere in here that this was also, at Kirk's trial, they had... Harry Mudd. But I've looked through this and I cannot find his name anywhere, so I don't know what the deal was on that. Maybe I missed it, but I looked through pretty good and I didn't see it. And this is, like I said, 32 pages long, and it's, like I said, the font is really hard to read. I had a hard time reading it, and I'm holding it, looking at it, so. The printing is good, but it's just unusual font. I didn't read the whole thing, though. But I just skimmed through it because I was looking for the Harry Mudd's name, and I could not find it anywhere. Carol Marcus in here a couple, 3 times, but... Also, of mention, I'll show it when I get to it. Kirk's lawyer in this. He was in the original series. Let's see if I can find it. Here's in the courtroom. Admiral Morrow. Not sure who that is. If it was mentioned in the movie, I don't remember it. Okay, let's see. It's not yet. They had the captain of the Excelsior testifying on here. That's part of this. Because basically this whole thing is just... Oh, there it is. Before Kirk could answer against... The court says, I warned you against these courtroom theatrics. And it says, before Kirk could answer him, The old man identifies himself as Samuel T. Cogley. Y'all know who that is. Anybody who's a Star Trek fan, the original series. That's the one with Finney faked his death and blamed Kirk, and he was the lawyer. And Kirk's girlfriend, old girlfriend, was the prosecution. Ended up finding out Finney was still alive, and he had rigged the computer record tapes and all that. Oh, and this also has Core. For some reason. I didn't read it to see what the deal was, but he's in here testifying for some reason, and he's, of course, was the Klingon involved when they did the Organian Peace Treaty. The only time. Just saw him. It's too bad. John Calico's a good actor. He'd have been a good second appearance for him. And Cogley again, and he basically does the same thing in this as he did in the series. He let all the witnesses get up and talk for the prosecution and didn't cross-examine at all. If y'all cannot read this, then I'm sure, I haven't looked at to see if you can find a copy, but I'm sure you can get a PDF file somewhere on the internet of this. Hopefully not in the same font as this. There's Core again. And they mentioned Mirror Mirror in here. Oh, and also in this, along with Core, is mentioned the Mind Sifter that they mentioned in the episode back then. He called it a Mind Sifter or Mind Ripper. Savick also in this. And of course, in the movie, she was just at the very beginning, and that was the end of her. You didn't see her again. Matter of fact, you didn't see her again, period. Well, so far. Maybe a future movie or something will come out and have her in it, but nothing so far that I know of. And of course, Core is still after he's after the Genesis now that they know about it. I don't think there's any other famous or notable names in here, not that I saw. The epilogue. And this is fairly long for a treatment or an outline with quite a bit of dialogue in it too. And there's the last page. Fade out. And the last page. Cover. Okay. Like I said, the only reason I got this thing was because it had George Takei's autograph on the cover. Now, it's not been authenticated, verified, whatever. But I'm pretty sure that's his signature. He's got some pretty distinctive G's going on there. In George and in Galactic, of course. I didn't really scrutinized, hadn't scrutinized this since I got it. The G's are pretty much. So it wouldn't be hard to check it out. And I did before I bought it, but anyway, let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't. And later.